And we are live. Hello, everybody. I have the lovely Viper with me.
I'm not that lovely, and you know it.
You are lovely. Oh, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. That wasn't good. It's been a better season this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take your word for it on a lot of this because I haven't seen any Game of Thrones. So season. I'll take your word for it.
It's been good. It's been non-stop. You know how, like, some of the episodes, from previous seasons, it would be like a couple of good episodes, and then it'd be slow, and then it would go like back and forth.
Yeah.
Good episodes. Really.
As they do, you've got those episodes that kind of bring everything down, to a good level, but yeah, I think everything has that.
Yeah, but this season, with it only being 7 episodes, it's been constant. I get bored easily.
Yeah.
And I want to turn the channel over. And I've not done it once.
With this?
Yeah. It's been... Because... when I streamed last...
yeah.
And I was like, I watched last Monday's episode the week before, so I was naughty. And I tell you what, it was like watching a horror film with the earphones in. I had to take them out, put them back in, jumped, sweating, heart racing. I was like, this is a bloody good episode. But I don't know, because I said to Bear, that was on the lines of the Battle of the Bastards. Because that was a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
Because it was John against Ramsay Bolton.
Yeah.
And that was quite an epic fight scene, that was.
Oh, I suppose if the action was high and the tension was there, I suppose, yeah, sounds like a good episode.
It was.
I think the question is, did it have dragons?
Yes.
Good. I only know one dragon, Drogo, or whatever.
Drogo, no.
Dragon, I don't know. See, I don't know the characters that
Drogo,
well.
Is it Drogo? I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, Drogo was Daenerys's husband at the very start.
Yeah, there we go. I can't even pronounce it.
Was that in the chat or? No, Dracarys is fire.
Yeah,
Dracarys is fire in whatever language she speaks. It's the command. I know that much. By God, I don't watch the episodes, but by God, I know Dracarys. Yeah, I basically got a summary of I think last week's episode of Blue Eyes White Dragon has now been revealed in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, the dragon has been turned.
Yeah. I did see how the dragon died. That was, whew, that was brutal. That was
Yeah.
right through the fire gland.
Is
Damn.
it the dog? Have you got the hound?
The hound.
The
I
one that's got
believe.
the scar on the face.
I believe that's the hound.
He made me laugh throwing them bloody stones. That made me laugh. I'm like, what are you doing? Stupid shit.
I like the first one. Yeah, we're gonna throw the stone. There it goes. Knocks the jaw off one of the zombies, and it's
That
like
made me laugh.
I was waiting for it, but then the other guy had to, try and one up him and does the same thing, but the stone falls flat, and it's like, now you've done it, you bloody bastard.
Yeah, it made me laugh. It's like, oh, cunt.
And all of them just turned to him and like,
You fucking
Virgin, we were going to survive. No, we're not.
But there's been a few memes I've seen on Twitter. It's like someone at someone's rock concert, and then you see like there's someone else, and then you got the Jon Snow concert. Oh, there you are. The names of the dragons.
No, them too. I swear he's stalking me now. So Drogon, Verizon, that's the one that's now the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Regal. What names? I prefer Spyro. Or Toothless.
You've been watching How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah, I've been watching the Netflix series called Riders of Berk. That's just had its 5th season. It's now starting to tie in to the second film, so you get to see how Hiccup came up with the inventions, like his fire sword and his glider, and where he got the inspiration from and everything. But you also get to see how the characters actually grow, especially the minor characters in the movies. It's not all about Hiccup and Astrid. It's it's across the characters that you get to see, but it's also a lot of world building for the archipelago area. Like you get to see all these different dragons that you might be able to see in the second film. So you're going, I know that dragon. We haven't seen that dragon yet. That's going to be the next season. So you've got your Game of Thrones dragons. I've got Toothless.
Yes. When I because I've been to the Comic Con and I've met Mark Haddy, James Cosmo, and it's only going to be 6 episodes, but they're going to be like movie length, I think. But they are on a time schedule, weather permitted. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So it's Declan. When I met James Cosmo, I was like, because I got his autograph and everything, and I was speaking to him and I had a picture done. He says, "Are you up to date?" And I'm like, "Well, I watched the first season." But hi, Sir Adamantine.
Hello, Sir Adamantine. I'm surprised you're not watching Misa.
Yeah, and Bear's on in a minute.
I saw in the chat that he wasn't going to stream now because he's listening to what Misa went through.
Ah, right.
I don't know if that's still going to happen, but that's what I saw in the chat from him.
Yeah, and I said to James Coswell, I stopped watching it after he died and Sean Bean died. And then I had to catch up, and then, yeah.
I'm sorry, whenever I see Sean Bean now, I'm going, he's going to die.
Yeah. Because he died in James Bond, didn't he?
Yeah, and so the only film where he has not died yet that I have seen is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, because he plays Zeus, and
Yeah.
Zeus don't die.
I think he did Sulu as well, or something along the lines of like Sulu.
I'm not sure. All I know is that every time I see Sean Bean, I'm gonna go, he's gonna die.
Well, he did that priest, didn't he, on BBC One?
Yeah.
He didn't die in that.
Yeah. He dies in most things. So.
Yeah, but it was funny, because the North weren't supposed to speak like how they speak.
Yeah.
And they asked Sean Bean to change, if he could change how he spoke. And he's like, no. So he kept us that.
Well, they did actually change the character of Ned Stark from the book slightly, because he's Ned Stark in the books is meant to be a lot more brooding than he is.
Yeah,
in
because there is a clip on YouTube. I watched it, and how they've got them, you can picture them in the book. They're very, very slightly out.
Yeah, I mean,
they're smidging out, because how Tyrion looks, Tyrion's not supposed to have a nose. It's been cut off.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jackson's nose fell off type thing.
No.
Sansa. Is it Sansa?
Sansa.
No, Cersei. That's the one.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be fat because of all the wine she's drinking.
Yeah.
Daenerys, she's supposed to have short hair because of the fires.
I know that Maggie the Frog was meant to be a lot uglier than what she was.
Yeah. I'll have to find it and then I'll send it.
I do know that most of the cast has been aged up, because you look in the book and a lot of them, like Arya, for example, was it was meant to be like 11.
Yeah, it does mention that in the clip that I saw.
Yeah, a lot of them have been aged up. Oh no, that's Arya was meant to be about 9.
Yeah, and then
Sansa was meant to be about 11 or 13. Yeah. So they've all been aged up, which I think is kind of a good thing considering what goes on.
Yeah. But I was quite shocked, when the episode with Ed Sheeran.
I think so.
I was quite surprised that they let Ed Sheeran in it. But,
yeah.
The other lad that's in it, he's from This Is England.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, what's it? I'll just find it and then I'll.
And hello, irate prostate.
Greetings.
Hello.
What's up, ladies?
I'm lost the will to live. Now it's finished.
No, you've got a new goal. It's called, setting your sights on me with Misa.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, she was streaming. Evidently, it was some kind of drama and shit about that video she did with Neon Fiona and shit.
From what I got at the start of it, I'm gonna have to watch it. If she keeps the stream up, I'm gonna watch it. But basically, Neon Fiona contacted Misa about the video, and I don't think Neon Fiona was happy that Misa did a response video to her. Saying, I deleted my content a month ago. And Misa saying, which she has, she's totally deleted her content. But Misa, got it well before, or, just a few weeks ago. So maybe Neon Fiona is exaggerating how long ago she deleted it, because Misa's saying, I got it like 2 weeks ago. It was still there. But it seems that Neon Fiona was doing some intimidating.
Yeah, she likes to do that stuff, man. It's like she kind of try to jump on my ass on the Twitter thing, right? When she and Riley were on the way to get his facial surgery done, she like gave me this whole jumped on me with this big virtue signal about me misgendering and stuff, and well, he's been taking hormones, and it was like, I said, well, I just said I stand corrected, and the truth is that if you look at the one thing that he did, or she, I'm sorry, she did with was it Milo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't have gender dysphoria.
Exactly. A, and B, he was thinking about getting on the getting on the hormones, and that was like 9 months before it didn't add up, right? Because she said that he had been taking them for like 10 months, and it added up to more like they had been taking them for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean,
but anyway, it's like they jumped gangbang my ass, and I just said, I stand corrected, and good luck and go fuck yourself, under my breath.
I'm just making the effort to use no pronouns with Riley. I'm not going to call Riley a he. I'm not going to call Riley a she. I'm going to try and not call Riley an it. I'm very tempted to do that, but I'm going to call Riley, because Riley has not earned my respect. Riley is demanding respect over the fact that Riley is trans. And with what Riley has said does not earn my respect. So I'm not going to use any pronouns for Riley. I will call Riley by Riley's name.
That's right.
So, sorry, Vanilla, we've taken over the stream.
Hey,
sugar. Yeah, I came here to talk Game of Thrones, man. GOT.
I know I am lost the will to live now.
Well, now that irate prostate's here, Vanilla, you don't need me. You don't need somebody who hasn't watched it.
It's all fine. You'll catch up.
Have you not seen it, Viper? Are you into it?
I have not seen any of the episodes, yet I probably know a lot about it because of what I've heard. It's like...
So you haven't seen anything that has... You've never watched the show at all?
I've not watched the show at all. And yet I know most of the characters.
I can understand that, because it's kind of creeping into our vernacular.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, it's I can't remember what that's called. Hey, Sir Adamantine, what's up, bro?
Viper.
Yes.
Let me just take this off there. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the picture I've got?
I need to.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I can't see anything unless you put it to me on Twitter.
Well, when we left the show last night, Jon Snow, or whatever his name is, Aegon Targaryen, was about to bang his aunt. So,
Yeah, Villa told me. I
Yeah.
have heard that.
I sorted it.
Yeah.
Now,
Now I see it.
right. It's England.
I just saw Alex's post. GOT. Okay, here we go.
Let's see. But that's the guy. That's what you mean, Vanilla. Okay.
Yeah. He's in This Is England.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that singer.
Yeah, the singer, yeah.
I knew it was Ed Sheeran, but I didn't know the other dude. So.
Yeah, Sharon, that's his name. You're right. Dem 2 says, I just call him Knob Jockey. Groovy.
Dem 2, how did I redeem something that I do not have?
Ginger's in my city. The ginger's out of it.
Hey, I'm pro ginger. I'm married. My wife's a ginger.
We're fiery.
Yeah. She's not one of the ugly, freckly kind either. She's the kind of hot with the porcelain white skin, you know. She does have brown eyes.
Oh, I'm the same. Brown eyes.
Yeah.
Big brown eyes.
Yeah.
But that episode that I sent you the link on, it was good, wasn't it? It was. I thought that was, with the fight with the White Walkers.
You didn't send me a link, but
No, I sent it to Eric Prostate.
right.
Oh, the one from a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying really before I went about Viper that it was like watching a horror film. I was on edge.
It was good. The way they did it, I thought they did a really good job. And next year we're going to get a couple of episodes where it's like that. It's just total Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And zombies and shit everywhere. It's going to be, next year is going to be fucking phenomenal.
I think it's going to be in 2 years when the next season comes out.
I hope to God they don't do that shit like they did with the fucking Sopranos. It was such a letdown, because if they do that, then it'll be 4 episodes, and then you wait a year, and then it'll be 3 episodes, and then that's it. And then everybody's
They're only doing 6 episodes this time, but they're going to be like movie length.
Oh Jesus! So they're going to knock it down to 2 years of 3 episodes each. That's awesome.
Yeah. So and Phil, I was thinking that was Cersei. Will she miscarry? Because I don't know if they're going to put. To me, I think they're going to put a curse on Cersei.
Oh, are y'all reading what Philip Daniels says?
Yeah.
that's a pretty good idea there, man. The Valonqar being the baby that she's carrying, because it's her brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be the but I thought the Valonqar meant the firstborn though.
But I was saying to Bear, well, this morning, I think, because like, yeah, John killed the White Walker in front of the other White Walkers, and they give him that stare, don't they?
Yeah, like the way they're connected, like vampires. If you kill like the Maker, then yeah, you kill the whole family. Yeah,
I think this is what I think. Because he's done that, yeah, they basically want his blood. But I think, because like, if you go way back, is it season 2? They were having them babies, weren't they? To grow the White Walkers.
Right. Yeah.
And then you see in this season that they've done the carvings in that cave of the White Walkers. I think John is supposed to be that firstborn, to be one of them. Because they'd done a deal, didn't they, like thousands of years before.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It says no, Valonqar is the younger sibling in Valerian, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
But it's not in the show's prophecy though. Yeah, because that when she met that witch, she didn't say anything about the Valonqar. That's right.
So I think John was supposed to be one of them.
Right.
Because like his mum died and he was the first born.
Yeah. And see, he and Beric Dondarrion are resurrected from the fire god, right? The way I understand it. And the I don't know, I guess it's the ice god, or the evil, whatever it is, that drives the Night King and stuff. I don't get all. I don't dig all the magic in there. Yeah, the Lord of Light, exactly, and then whatever the ice is. But see, what was that dragon breathing, man? Was
it's blue fire?
Yeah. So is that the Lord of Light's fire, or is that
No, I don't think so.
Right? Because blue flame is actually hotter than normal flame. So it's just like it's confusing as hell. Yeah. Thanks, D&D. Because we're out of the books now. We're good. We're good now out of the books. So
that's my theory on it. With John, and
right.
Because Daenerys has found out in their own way that he's been brought back to life because she's seen the scars.
Right.
So he's like half dead anyway, isn't he?
Yeah. I think he was. I think he is dead technically. Because I'm not sure that he is. See, and how can he get her pregnant if he's not living? If he's not pumping blood? Because if his heart was pumping blood and stuff, I mean, he'd be like gushing everywhere, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be pretty fucking gross, man. Oh, come on, get naked with me. Is like, bleeding out of every, for the watch.
Yeah. But I was like, yeah, John's house. I couldn't help it. I had to look.
Nothing. I'm just waiting for her to say that. You know nothing.
Nothing, Jon Snow.
No. Oh yeah, Cersei's, man. Just like when she told Jaime that, she was like, "I'm not going to do any of that shit." You think that fucker was, he's going to get those soldiers and stuff, man. I was like, holy shit, she is just the nastiest bitch alive.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why she let Tyrion live. I guess just so she could let that ruse play out. Because if you think about what she's saying, the northern armies are going to get whittled down, whether they defeat the Night's King or not. They're going to be like the army is going to be a lot less than what she'd face if she faced them today, right?
Yeah.
So she's pretty fucking smart if you think about it. And then that way,
sly as well.
right? And if they lose to the Night's King, then she said, well, we're fucked anyway.
Yeah.
So, but see, Jon Snow told her how to kill him with the glass and the fire, and so she's set up.
Oh, I was so waiting for that thing
So maybe
to eat it. Yeah, I was like, just get it a little bit.
That was excellent when it popped out of that box, man, and just, charged at her like it was coming to get her, and the dude yanked on the chain. I was hoping that, his head would pop off.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be funny as hell.
That with the two brothers, the hound and the dog.
Yeah. Deck Tran says incest or thrones. It's like I'm saying the family that plays together stays together. You know what I'm saying?
Vikings.
With it, twin cest is, Cersei and Jaime were born together.
Yeah.
They're twins. So I thought that was a funny term, twin cest.
And what's his name now? He's Robert Baratheon's son.
This is,
the hammer.
So yeah, Philip Daniel as like this Deck Tran. Are you Vietnamese? Is that what you're trying to point out, Daniel? Philip Daniel? Yeah, I think there's a delay.
Yeah. What's his name? Dreary? Or Dreary? The one that was rowing the boat for it. He's blacksmith. He was making
Gendry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty handy with a hammer, isn't he?
Well, it's like he gave what's his name the hammer. Let's see.
The wildling. Is it? Or was it the dog?
Did he give it to God? This is shameful because I should be able to remember who the hell he gave it to. He gave it to the hound. My wife, the wife says she gave it to the hound. He gave it to the hound. So, yeah, you got to dig that. That was a pretty happening hammer he made there. So, yeah, I was hoping Sam had like some kind of formula to make Valyrian steel because I think there's a formula somewhere in there, and I think he used dragon glass to make it too. I think that dragon glass is part of the Valyrian process. Yeah. Sorry, I thumbed my microphone there. I didn't need y'all to hear that. Y'all hold on 1 second.
Yep. You okay, Viper?
Yeah, you don't need me because I have no idea what you're talking about.
You'll catch up. You can picture it. There was a fight scene as well in this episode. I've forgotten his name. I know they said it was Greyjoy as well as the Stark. And Ramsay Bolton cut his bits off basically.
Yeah.
And then he was having a fight with one of his own, the Greyjoy lad. And he got kneed in the private bits. And you know what? It actually paid for not having private bits. He kicked out the other lad.
Fair enough. I think you and Eric Prostate have kind of got this in hand. I mean, I'm just like, okay, you two talk.
I liked the final, but I was waiting, November 9. There should have been a bit of fighting. I like a bit of fighting.
Never mind, I haven't seen any of Game of Thrones. The only reason why I'm here is because Vanilla Bear asked me to be here. I don't know anything. I haven't seen it at all.
You'll know when we finish, you'll know most of it now.
I think I know most of it, already, and it's like, but I get questioned by people. Are you sure you haven't seen it? Because you know a lot. I mean, and I go, you hear a lot of stuff. It's easy to click, catch on to things.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think Arya will go off on her own.
From what I've heard, she is the lone wolf of the Stark family.
Yeah.
She doesn't, she's not really part of the Stark family as how they are. I think it's fair to say that the Stark kids are rather weird anyway, but they have their place except for Arya.
Yeah, because it was condemned with Arya for, doing the sword fighting, because she was being taught how to use a sword, and
yeah,
and she used the bow and arrow when she was like 9, and
I gotta say that was bloody impressive because bows like they had. Because I have seen the clip of where Arya shoots the bow, where she, before she becomes the Arya that you all know and love.
Yeah.
Those type of bows, the drawback is several £100. So I'm going, you're bloody strong, girl.
Yeah. But I had to go, and I can't even do it for the life of me. I'm like a weak point.
I know old British longbows, the drawback strength is about £120.
Wow.
This is why the British long archers were so feared, because we were deadly.
They could sell those suckers too, man. Those longbows. I mean, they could pop an arrow and they could go like 500-600 yards easy.
Oh, I've shot one. I have unleashed an arrow from that type of bow, and I tell you, the drawback is hard on the fingers. The guys that had to do that constantly in wars, I respect their fingers.
Indeed.
I mean, the bow I have is also £35 drawback, so that's like that's a babby compared to what they did.
You compete?
No. My bow is a bear bow, so it'd be used for hunting mainly.
Right.
The bows that you use for competing are whether it's a compound bow or a recurve bow. They usually have those long balancing poles with the sights and everything on them. That's a competing bow. Right. My bow is just like a simple tigerwood bow.
Do you ever been hunting with it?
A few times.
Cool.
Yeah.
I had a friend that I hadn't seen him in a long time, but he goes deer hunting with the bow.
Yeah.
He'll track them this guy would literally track for days. And he would sleep outside and stuff. He's an impressive guy.
Yeah. Well, my boat wouldn't take down a deer. It could take down a duck.
Let's have some duck tonight.
Watch out.
Hi, mate.
Yes, ma'am.
Phil's asked, who will plunge the Valerian steel and dragonglass into the Night King?
Now, who do you, what now? Dragonglass into the Night King?
Yeah, it's Phil has put in on the chat.
The children, because that's how they created him. Is they. I wonder if the way to do that is to pull the dragonglass out of him. I don't know.
I think it's going to be. I don't know. In my head, it's telling me it's an underdog. Someone we've not really known about.
Yeah, maybe even Arya. I was thinking that that's, but when I think about it, it's like no, it's not going to be her.
No, because she's one of the she believes in the god of dead, is it? Because one of the man with no name trained her on it, so she can only do it if she puts the face on. But how do you get a face off a White Walker?
So who do you think it'll be?
I can't. It's because John's already killed one, hasn't he? Well, two technically. Sam's killed one.
Oh man, what about if Tyrion does it from a dragon, like with a bow or something?
Yeah,
that would be cool. Like a dogfight in the Battle of Britain 2.0. Dragon on dragons. That would be weird.
But when they had that meeting in this last episode, I was laughing because the dragon, was roaring, and I went, "All right, Godzilla," because it sounded like Godzilla.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was a weird sound. It sounded like metal scraping too. It was really, I don't know, it was a unique noise, and I really loved the music. The Night King's music. I was talking to my wife about it. When the credits were rolling, that music was just incredible. It was really good.
Because I've done my picture on Twitter of me being the White Walker, and it's on the Facebook picture thing that you can do like Snapchat, and it actually plays the White Walker's music while you're taking the picture. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. But that's only through Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might do that. I'm really not a big Facebook fan anymore. I kind of went through my little deal with it.
But I took a picture of my eldest son, and he actually looks like a White Walker on the picture, even though he's got the thing on his face. I've got him to be still, and he actually looks like one of the White Walkers.
Creepy. I might do it. Mess around with Facebook.
I've had to change everything because now it's his family.
Yeah. It's like, yeah,
you will not find me.
You can't find me. I'm like 3 different aliases.
No one can have me. I have to take it off to let people.
Don't dare anybody.
I think there's only you two, Bear, Misa, that know my proper name.
I know the name that you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know your name.
I know yours.
I'll type it. I'll type it in the thing.
You don't know mine.
I do, but I've forgotten it, so I'm not going to say it. First one.
Gotcha. Let's see. All right, I'm going to try to guess Viper's name.
Good luck.
Are you Irish, Viper?
Part.
Yeah.
I'm about 3/4 Irish from my grandma.
Yeah. Where do you live? I mean, well,
North England.
Not far from me. Not far from me.
Okay.
Yeah, Northwest England.
Okay.
If I narrow it down anymore, I'm giving vanilla coordinates to kidnap me from.
Yes. I'm going to get on the blue-eyed dragon. Seeing as I'm a ginger, they've got no soul now, that dragon, so yeah, it works right.
That dragon being Direct Bear's wonderland.
All right, this is my first guess.
Nope. So wrong.
First letter in it.
Nope. Nope.
Nearly got hangman now. We've got the noose.
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh.
No. I'm not Laquanda. I'm sorry, that sounds like a stereotypical American black woman.
Yeah. Don't go there, girlfriend.
No, it's not Barbara.
Actually, it's in the white vernacular now, and it's very common for white kids to be named that those type of names now. It's just hey,
it's getting silly. And no, it's not Barbara.
It is. You're right.
Them two's put a name in.
What's he put? No, it's not that one.
Well, I'm shit at guessing names. You ever go to the fair and you have that fucker that says, "I'll guess your weight" or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
I do.
Or I'll guess your what is it? I guess your horoscope sign.
Yep, I've had that one.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you give the guy a couple of tickets and he's like, "Oh, you're a Leo." Nope. You know, okay.
Or I'll guess your card. Is it 5 of diamonds? No.
And no, it is not Terry Dento. God, what? It's not Bob either.
It's Maxine. I got it.
No, it's not that.
All right.
It's not that.
We'll move on. It's not Cersei, is it?
No.
I was going to say something, but I didn't say it in case you're like, I'll block you now.
Type it in. Type it in the Hangout thing, not the actual chat. I'm making it work. Well, you know, Big Boob Bertha, you know.
Or Triple B for short.
Yeah.
I've been called worse.
To your friends. To your friends. Triple B.
I've been called worse.
It's a naughty song.
How about this one? Triple B with the double D.
Oh, getting down with it.
It doesn't make sense since I'm an E.
Oh, Jesus. Say no more. Say no more. Prometheus.
That Big Boob Bertha, it's a Roy Chubby Brown song.
Them too, you watch Arrow? That's that Prometheus?
Yeah.
I've seen a bit of Arrow.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that too. I love that stuff.
There's a few of the cast members are going to Comic Con.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Vanilla, the only time you're going to be allowed to kidnap me is if you actually do drag me to a Comic Con.
I am. I've dangled my son in front of you as well.
I don't need you. That's for me, sir.
The other one.
You know that the only way to lure me out is
Mass
either
Effect.
Irate Bear's Mass Effect jacket or a T-shirt with Garrus on it. Okay, that's the only thing that's gonna.
Oh, the woman that does the voice of Shepard, the girl Shepard.
Oh yes, Jennifer Hale. Yes.
What would you go to Comic-Con for, Viper?
Meet people, see what merchandise
There's a
being
lot
sold.
there.
What I'm asking, what are you into? What do you do? What do you like?
What's my poison?
Yeah.
I mean, I would go for like Comic-Con for like the comic book characters, like
Oh,
yeah, I like. Yeah, I love seeing people cosplay, because of the imagination that goes into it. So, I don't care if it's like a Harley Quinn outfit. That the way that they've done it, I do like seeing it. But I would love to meet so like voice actors from anime, if it's an anime convention, or people who have or video games, voice actors from video games that I like. Let's say if I was to see the voice actor who does Morrigan from Dragon Age, I would be absolutely, fangirling because I've seen her in so many other things.
Right.
Like Stargate, for example. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't know this, but the gay one that got killed in Game of Thrones? Was it the second season? Or?
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
But he does the voice of Gareth.
Oh!
Andromeda.
I will have to.
Are you talking about the dude that played Littlefinger?
No. There was that gay couple. He was the king. It was Natalie Dormer's brother. That was.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the guy that plays Iron Fist.
Yeah, he does the voice of Gareth, I think it is, in Andromeda.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I was going to say, are both of y'all into anime?
Yeah. I am.
Yeah, but no. My son, he's the biggest anime into. I had him on stream the last time I was on.
Do you like Death Note?
I have seen Death Note. I have seen up until L dies, and then I was like, no more. No more. You've killed off my favorite character.
Well, that's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, after L dies, and they bring in the other people to try and catch L, it's It's a snooze fest. It really is.
All right, so have you seen the live action movies from that?
Yes.
Okay. So have you seen the new thing that Netflix just put out?
It's mediocre.
Oh my God. That's the worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
The thing is, the first half is them trying to follow the anime, but to adapt it to a Western style, but it doesn't work.
No.
The second half is a little bit better because it's a little bit more original.
Right. Yeah. And like in the whole take on L was really actually the second half. I didn't like the way he lost his composure, but the rest of the acting was good. And the girl was good. Right.
Yeah.
But they didn't have Light. Man, Light is like the exact opposite of that kid, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. Light is shown to be not just maniacal, but really
he's composed.
He's composed. He thinks like 5 steps ahead, maybe even 10. I mean, some of the plans that he comes up with to get rid of the Death Note and then retrieve the Death Note, you're going, how the hell did you think of this? Just
exactly.
Sorry.
I'm old school because when I was growing up, I watched Devilman and Guyver.
Oh, I've seen Devilman.
And Guyver. I'm old school.
I've seen Devilman. That's it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Guyver.
Yeah.
That suit. That's a pretty cool. You know, that was really a big surprise when I was. I remember being at the. Do you remember when they used to like rent videotapes and stuff?
Yeah.
Go to the video store and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember renting that out and watching it. I was like, well, damn, this is really good. You know, because
the bit that scared me was when he put his hands on his head and just opened it up just to fire things out. That scared me. I was like, what? I'm like, that's not normal. But I think as well, because it's alien, isn't it, Guyver?
I think so.
Yeah.
I remember it like crawling all over him and yeah.
Right. Yeah, kind of like the Spider-Man symbiote suit.
Venom.
Yeah, exactly. The black. Yeah, exactly. Venom. Living. I'm doing some caps from this movie, Drag Me to Hell. Have y'all ever seen that?
No.
Oh God, it's a fantastic movie. It is excellent. Sam Raimi, the guy that did the Spider-Man movies, and Evil Dead 1 and 2, and Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
This is his return to horror after doing all the Spider-Man stuff. I think he did something else in there too. But this movie is fantastic, and it was done about like 8 years ago. It came out a while back, and it's about this old gypsy lady puts a curse on this girl, and she's got 3 days to get rid of the curse, and or else she's going to get literally dragged to hell, and it's just so well done. And you know how like horror movies, man, they'll like always do that stupid scare with the fucking cat. It's like, see that he does those kind of jump scares, but they're all fucking like terrifying shit. I mean, none of this. There's no fake stuff in this, man. This film is like it punches the. I mean, it beats the shit out of you and the main character, and it's really good.
The only time that jump scare with the cat ever really worked on me was the first Alien, and it was when the engineer, I believe, had to go and get the cat out of the engine room on his own.
Right, and it hisses.
Yeah, and at the same time, they're also trying to look for the chest burster that is now somewhere in the vents. And as he's looking through the engine, you see, he goes to look through, and then all of a sudden the cat hisses, and that's what got me. I'm like, oh my god, it's a chest burster! But
it gets him from above, right?
No, what happens is the xenomorph is now fully grown. It's no longer a chest burster; it's a fully grown xenomorph, and he just stands up.
Oh,
yeah, he just stands up to his full height, and you don't really see it. I mean, you don't really see it fully. You just get an idea of how big and scary this xenomorph now is, and it was well before the xenomorph was called a xenomorph. But and then you just see the mouth going, and then it cuts away. But in the deleted scene, you actually, there's a deleted scene where you actually get to see that engineer being pulled into the ship by the xenomorph, and then blood just raining down onto Ripley and the other guy. So it's like, why didn't you leave that in? Because that's awesome.
Yeah, man. It was like, have you ever seen those fan edits of it?
Yeah.
See, I love that shit, man. It's like Prometheus, the fan edit. It's like 3.5 hours long, and it's excellent. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That movie should have been 3.5 hours long because it made fucking sense.
Yeah. I'm sorry that with Prometheus, I can't take it seriously. Even with the fan edits, it's like,
when there's this one fan edit of it, and I was like, holy shit, it made it a better movie.
Yeah.
And that it takes a lot for somebody to be able to do that, especially with Ridley Scott. He's a genius in my book.
The only thing that I was scared of, was Predator.
Predator was pretty cool.
It's because my brother can do the noise a bit, and it scared the living hell out of me. Still, I had like a random dream that I was getting chased. But the one thing I know, I understand it, but I just couldn't get it. Couldn't get my head around it. It's like, why? Alien versus Predator, and that Predator saved that woman.
Oh, it's because...
Yeah, because she saved him.
Yeah, she saved him, and then it was... In a way, it was like, okay, you saved me. We team up to fight this thing, because it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, in a way.
Right.
When they both defeated the xenomorph, he marks her to say...
Yeah. That's just like the comic.
Yeah.
The second one was boring. Alien vs Predator. I thought that was absolutely boring. First one I liked because it was just constant.
I think with the Alien films, it's suffering from too many Alien films.
You've seen one, you've seen them all, and you know what's going to happen. It's like with Deep Blue Sea. My brother, he was watching Jaws at the age of 3. He thought it was fantastic to watch.
With Deep Blue Sea. Why are you making the sharks smarter just so you can get more brain goop instead of just catching more sharks?
Because it was funny, because like, you've seen one Jaws film, you've seen every shark film going. And like, my brother was like, you're going to jump in a minute. And I'm like, it's going to come up right about now, and it did. I went, told you, going to eat it. Obvious.
So when the chef or the priest,
It's that big.
when the priest chef was there going, come here, Birdie, you know, as it's resting on the pot, I'm going, the shark is going to jump up. The shark is going to jump up. The shark is going to jump up. And then as his hand is precariously over the pot, what jumps up? The shark.
Yeah. It's so predictable, that film. It's like, oh. If you're going to do a film like that, you've got to do a different kind of twist to it and not make it obvious.
You know, in the in Deep Blue Sea, the original edit was for that woman, the main scientist woman, to actually live, but then they had to cut her out of the actual ending to make sure, you know, to make it seem like that she died, because test audiences for the films didn't want her to live. So that's
bloody cool.
well, no, it's because she was a bitch. She was a bitch. But yeah, test audiences didn't want her to live. So what they did was they brought back the priest, so he lives.
Hello, Cool J.
Yeah.
Can't kill him off.
Yeah, the priest chef guy lives, and so does the other dude that lives, but she dies at the very end, and it's like, ha.
Oh,
It's like,
did you watch that Piranha film?
no.
I did. Worst thing I ever did. Other than the piranha eating the dick, yeah. That was quite...
Well, I know who's joined Misa's stream now by that laughter.
Yeah. Oh, he fell over today.
I thought he was in there. I thought he was in there, man.
No, he was just in the chat. But I've got this, you know, my chat up. And, you know, for up next, the plane stuff, looking at the ship, right, because Jam's lying on the bed. What I can see, you know, because it's small, it looks Tudor.
Right.
Because he's like lying on the bed and got the windows. It actually looks Tudor. If it's coming up, you know, on your like next up, if you look where the chat is, it's like the second one down for me. It looks Tudor.
I've not got that video. The ones for me show Littlefinger's neck being sliced.
Yeah, I've got that one. I've got the dragon destroying the wall.
And then a lot of
Jason Statham comes up. Didn't know he was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, what are you looking for? Like,
what she's doing, she's looking at the videos underneath the chat where the stream is.
right?
She's saying that there's one video where John is lying on a bed and the bed looks Tudor.
No, know the walls looks Tudor.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
I don't have that video.
I don't either. I don't.
Right, I tell you what, I'll do a screen share.
Like, are you talking about the bed that he's in, like at the end of the last episode?
Yeah,
on the ship? When they're on the boat?
I don't know. It was Vanilla that brought it up.
Nice. Yeah.
Where my mouse is.
It keeps going and going.
Mouses.
I did a lot of acid when I was a teenager. I mean, a lot of acid.
You can see what it looks.
Yeah, I don't have that video, so I don't
Can
really
you
know.
see it?
Finale complete, plot revealed.
But there's like the windows, they look Tudor, and the wall looks Tudor.
Oh, I see what you, yeah.
Can slightly see it.
Yeah. Because I watched the Tudors, you know, that when they had the series out with Jonathan Rhys Myers. And it looks, you know, because on the ships, it looks a bit like that.
Okay.
Well, that's it. I'm not screen sharing now, am I?
No, you're not.
Oh, that's good.
So good.
Oh, God.
You okay?
Yeah, I've got a really dry throat. I cut my grass today, and I've like hurt my shoulder, hurt my wrist.
It's no good.
And I think it's all the dust out of the garden. I'm like,
Go and nick one of Bear's cans of Monster.
he's nearly had his. I've got loads left. Oh. Not having any.
Well, go get yourself a drink if you've got a dry throat.
No, I've got one.
Fair enough. Speaking of drinks, I'm going to take a swig of my Pepsi Cherry.
Yeah. And my cousin flies out. Tennessee, they're 4 hours behind, aren't they?
I believe so.
Yeah, so she's got another 35 minutes and then she's flying. Yay!
Someone's excited.
I am. She'll be in London at 10 o'clock in the morning.
We have been streaming for an hour, Vanilla.
I know. It's Game of Thrones, though. It's like, yay.
It is for you. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You need to watch it because there's some eye candy.
I need to watch all 7 seasons at this point.
I'll just do one episode of each season and you'll soon catch up. You'll soon figure them out. Skip that one, skip that one, skip that one.
I don't know. It's fun, man. I love it. Because the first season, I didn't watch it until right before the second season, and like I binged it. And because my dad kept telling me, it's like, oh, this is so good, this is so good. And he's so old, you know, and I'm like, oh, whatever. And then finally, I just said, what the fuck? And I put on the first episode, and it's like, okay, first 10 minutes, there's zombies, there's a beheading, and I'm like, holy shit, this is great. You know, and then the scene, you know, where the kid, you know, was like sees the dude boning his sister, and he's like, oh, the things they do for love, and go boom, and pushes him out the window. Holy shit.
I saw that. I saw that bit.
It's like that. It had me from then on, man. I was like, oh, that's it. I'm stuck. I'm here. And you know, the way the first season ended, you know, it was like, holy shit. You know, why would they do that? See, I'm not going to tell you what happens there, but you got to see it. You'll love it.
Yeah. Oh, that was pushing out the window. It just reminded me of Bran. He is gone such a southpaw.
I think it's because of the White Walker.
Well, I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit behind here. You know, because like when he was what's the word? You know when his eyes go white, he's in his zone.
Oh yeah, it's warging.
That White Walker touched him. So
yeah,
I reckon it's gonna be him that's gonna thing on, because if you think about it, he will be half turned, won't he? Because he was touched.
Well, think about this. He could probably warg into one of those dragons. Maybe that's what'll happen, is he'll warg into the other dragon and burn the king up. See, that's another way he could do it, right?
Or, you know, because he can, like, either use the ravens, or he can stand watching stuff, whether he can do it because he was walking about and when he got touched, wasn't it? Because one minute the White Walker wasn't there, and then next he touched him and then come out of the trance.
Right, exactly. Because
from the sounds of it, it seems like Bran has been affected by the leader White Walker in some way, because the leader White Walker could see him, could sense him, even as, because I saw the clip of where the White Walker looked at Bran when he was a crow.
Oh, yes.
There's a really, you need to see it. Don't need to see the ass.
No, it's that song that they put on yesterday.
actually, them too. I'm kind of with you too, though. It's like the tits did. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Natalie Dormer with her top off is just, you know, just a special
you've
gift
got
from
a fight
God.
with Bear then over that bit.
And in the first couple episodes, it's Roz, the prostitute. God.
You and Natalie Dormer and Alex with Natalie Dormer. Oh.
And Roz, the hooker, in the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's excellent. Eye candy. I'm a boob dude. I love. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, shit. You know.
Oh yeah, Dad. I'm sorry about Friday.
I'm an everything guy.
I'm sorry about Friday, Dad.
About what? What
I did on Friday.
What did you did?
Bear motorboating.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Was funny as shit. That was great.
I was pissed.
Dude, you were drunker than fuck, man. You were like, I could tell you were lit, man. You were ready to rock and roll.
I wasn't even hungover the next day. That's how funny it was.
Yeah, you were warm and fuzzy. You was wanting to get some loving too, man. I mean, God, you could barely keep it in your pants.
Oh, never mind.
That was funny.
Well, I fell over.
I was cracking up, man, watching.
I fell over that night as well because my mate was having carpet put down, so it was in the living room ready to, you know, be put on the stairs. All night I missed that carpet, didn't even trip, nothing, and then I'm like, I need to be, I better go. And then, yeah, I ended up falling with style. I got a bruise on my hand, smacked my tit off the chair, hurt my knee, and got back up and went, right, I'm okay, see you. Off the toilet, I go, ah.
Dang. Ooh. Oh,
So
man.
I won't be doing
Whereas
that
me
again.
in that stream, well, you know, when I was watching that stream, I finally now know what motorboating is. No, it's just ever since people have been seeing how big my boobs are, a lot of people have been going, I will motorboat the shit out of those boobs. And I'm going, I have no idea what the hell you're saying. So now I know. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, but I go to a demonstration.
You'll definitely enjoy it.
Oh my God. I was so embarrassed. I went back round to my neighbours. I was like, oh no. I got motorboated in front of my dad.
That's all right. You know, I'm not that old. All my equipment still works.
Oh. But I was like, I'm Mary. It's okay. I'm not like some that drew it completely naked on a live stream.
It's true. At least you still had clothes on.
God, man, Misa was like drunk as hell the other night, man. And she was like, it looked like she was wearing a kimono or something. And I swear to God, her tit was going to fall out. And I'm like going, my wife and I were like going, damn, her tit's fixing to fall out. And it never did. And I was, I was thinking she had to have some kind of tape or something on there, holding it on.
No, it was a bra. Unlike me, Misa was wearing a very tight bra.
Dude, she was not.
She was wearing a bra.
Okay. It looked like the way her thing was open, there was nothing connecting.
Yeah, what it is the type of bra that Misa has is one of those padded cup bras. So as she's led on her back, her boob would be pushed up by that bra, but also kind of wanting to come to one side, so it just looked like it was going to come out, but it wasn't. It's because of the type of bra that she was wearing.
So that's like, that's like just a total optical illusion.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I can see that. I can see that. But she was white-wasted, man.
It was my fault. It was my fault. I said, I was drunk stream, you'll be all right.
Yeah, and then she, challenges me. Our boobs are not the same size. They are the same size, Misa.
Oh, I was naughty when I was little. Growing up, I used to have banter with my mum. That's like me and my mum get on really well, so we can call each other names and everything else. And there's always used to be one thing I always used to say, and I used to cringe because it'd be like a yellow light, rub it in. And I always used to call my mum tit wank, and she would stand there, hands under her boobs, and go, well, at least I got the chest to do it. And I'm like, yeah, take the piss out of me, fried eggs, why don't you? Piss out. One of them. But her friend, because my brothers used to watch Roy Chubby Brown. So as a kid, I was 9, you overhear things, don't you?
Yeah.
And my mum's friend wouldn't shut the hell up. And I didn't know what the word meant at the time, but I said it. I went, shut it, you split ass. Well, that was it. I thought I was going to get smacked by my mum. I thought, backhand across me head. No, stood there, absolutely screaming, crying, laughing. I went, well, no one else has shut me up, but she's done it.
Yeah.
I'm like, why haven't you told me off? I know it's wrong to say it. I'm 9 years old. But things you do, eh?
Yeah, things you do when you're little.
God, if my dad heard me, God, I would have got the belt across my arse.
Well, I've had rings across my face, so.
My mum slapped me once, that was it.
I got the belt too.
I got backhanded by my mum who wore loads of rings.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got cut right across my face. Told Irate Bear last night. And he was like, bloody hell. And I'm like, yeah, this happened. I don't know why, but it just did.
I laugh when he tells me what his mum used to do at him. Because I can picture her doing it. But she looks like the type that would kill you.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair, black women do.
Yes.
Is she burly?
No, actually, I don't know. I don't know what that word means.
Burly.
Black. Oh, that was something I was going to ask you, Irate. Right. Because my granddad's American.
Right.
And I've asked Bear this, and he didn't know. My granddad used to say blossom for black people.
We used type it out in the chat.
Because I I think blossom is like a flower blossoming. No.
Like a blossom, like a flower blossom.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
It must
That's
be.
that's it's like a racial slur.
Yeah.
God, I've never heard that. That's weird. Because I live in the part of the America where the racism was really the worst. I mean, I live about about 15 miles south of Birmingham, Alabama. You ever heard of that? With the hoses and shit and dogs and just horrible shit. So it was, I don't know. It's a lot of work that people did around here to, patch up wounds, and it just seems like all that shit just got, it just ripped that scab off this past couple of years. It's just been horrible. Starting it all up again. It's a bummer, dude.
But that's what I remember my granddad saying.
Yeah, I know.
Dropping the M-bomb.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but no, I've never heard blossom, man. That's a new one.
Because I've always been quite scared to say it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. I don't think. I don't think any African American would
know what it is today.
React negatively to it.
But yeah, I know that it's for a flower, blossoming, but that it just must be an old thing they used to say, but got phased out.
I just said something in the chat.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty nasty, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
My dad told me when he was younger, he had a friend called Nigel, and one of his nicknames that everybody called him, but they all had to stop, was the N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all had to stop. Even though everybody knew him by that, they didn't know that the M-word was a racial slur back then, and they would just when and the guy and Nigel, the guy, was white, but it was just his nickname. But teachers, whenever they heard it, they would tell him off and say, "You can't say that."
Right. Well, see, I will not. I don't say that word, and I can't even type it. That's how weird it is. Yeah, I've just been programmed, to. It's just something you just don't do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, I will say the N-word, but I won't use it because I don't feel the need to use it. That's me.
Yeah, and it's even uncomfortable. Like I'll be on 4chan or some shit like that, and they'll be like, throwing it around. It'll be even on the chats here on YouTube. And I can't type it. I can't say it. I just, it's just like I don't know why.
Yeah, no, in a way, it's because I don't feel the need of saying it. I don't say it. It's the same with many words.
Have you seen my thing about the monuments? My argument about why I think the monuments should stand. I kind of go into the truth behind, not the truth, but the reason that I'm really like that now.
I haven't seen the video, but I think the monument. I think them taking down the monuments is abhorrent because they're not just there to commemorate the good that was done in history, but also to remember the bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know this what that saying that if we forget history we're doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
And and something else I just heard. History is like it's foreshadowing or something like that. Or
Yeah, the thing, like fashion trends, because you can see fashion trends throughout history. You know, they come rolling back. You know, I mean,
right.
flares from the 70s are now starting to creep back in terms of jeans. You know, you've got flared jeans again now, but they're not called flares; they're called boot cuts. So, you know, and there's other fashion trends coming back, and that's the same. Huh? What?
Were they called hipsters?
No.
You know, the flares.
I remember in the 70s that there was this stuff called seersucker was real popular. And now I'm seeing that come back too. It's just really weird, real flimsy feeling fabric that's kind of crinkly.
Oh, I hate
it doesn't look like it's been ironed.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's just
yeah.
It's that's I remember that from the 70s, and it was like all kind of ridiculous bright colors and shit too. It was pretty.
Neon colors is coming back now as well.
Yeah. Oh, they don't bring back the shell suits. Jesus Christ. Calm down. Get your shell suit on.
What about the snorkel coats? Those big puffy coats.
Sleeping bags.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those big puffy coats that when you tie up the string around the hood, it would make you look like a snorkel.
An Eskimo. Kenny from South Park.
Exactly. It's inspired by the snorkel.
But I used to wear one of them when I was like horse riding in the winter. Like I am wearing one of them. I'm staying warm. Don't care if I'm muffled.
But yeah, the same thing with fashion throughout history. You know, certain things in history will repeat themselves. You know, just to bring it back round.
Yeah, exactly. It's real interesting because the whole deal in the 80s, when political correctness was started, it was a reaction to the Christian right that was dictating, what our morals were supposed to be, and they were like supposedly morally superior and all this stuff. And now the shoe's on the other foot, and it's the exact opposite of what it was back then. They've become the one thing that they were totally adamantly against. They're deciding, they're telling me what I can think and what I can, what I can say and what I can't say.
Yeah.
You saying that it's just come to me. When they're using a lot of it in dramas now, aren't they? Being you've got to think like this, and if you do that, then this is going to happen. And, it's still carrying that thing on. It's like there'll be what else is there that's doing it? Well, it's like the Vikings. I've not really seen the Vikings, but I know it's like along them lines.
Yeah. The hugest mistake that I believe my country made was to have slavery legal at all. They should have made all men free. You know, when they started the country. I mean, that was kind of one of the reasons that, you know, they wanted to break off from Britain was because they didn't want to be Britain. You know, they didn't want to be Europe.
Yeah.
You know, and then now it's like the left here is like they want to be. We want to be more like Europe. And it's like, well, fuck, that's the reason this country was formed, is because we weren't Europe, you know?
Yeah.
We didn't want to be Europe. And it's not a diss to Europe. It's just it was a desire to be independent, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you make mistakes when you're young, and that goes for countries as well. You know, the country was young, it made mistakes. Unfortunately, you know, it got into the it got into the trend because it wasn't like white people were going to Africa and literally capturing the black slaves, was it? No, they were being sold by by their own black people or by their own African people. So that may sound harsh, but it's true.
Yeah, it's like I was going to say it's gone.
It's what?
I forgot what I was going to say. It was there and it's gone. I've gone blank.
I don't know. It's just tragic because then there was the Civil War, you know, which supposedly was just, see, most people say it was all about slavery, but it was about a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they leave the other bunch of stuff aside, states' rights. It was a whole bunch of things. But slavery was
the biggest thing, and it was the rallying cry.
Exactly. It was the hub of the wheel, so to speak. And so once the war was over, where I live, you know, was the side that lost. And there was still, with the white people, there was this you know, vast butthurtness, for lack of a better word, and that became a bitter, angry thing, you know. And then the KKK, Ku Klux Klan, was started in Pulaski, Tennessee, by this guy named Nathan Bedford Forrest or something like that. And you know, and you know, when I was a small kid, I was told that they were good, you know, and that what they did was they helped, you know, women whose wives, whose husbands were beating them, they would, you know, go beat them up and stuff. And of course, you know, that was all bullshit, you know, because, you know, they were created to terrify. They were terrorists, you know, basically, and they would go around and, you know, and you know, they would lynch people. That would, you know, if a white girl looked at a black man a certain way, I mean, it was like they would kill the dude, you know, like it's not his fault.
No.
And there was a whole town in Florida that was all black. It was an all black town, and it was razed. It was destroyed and burnt to the ground. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was like, I remember reading about that. And it was just
How much did I say about the thing?
No.
Can I say who it involves?
Do it in the...
She's being summoned.
Something.
Right, okay. Alright.
And it goes no further.
Yeah, you hear that? That's in the side chat. People hang out. You cannot tell anyone.
Why am I like scared?
No, it's very good. It's very good.
I don't know. Hi. Stop.
There you go.
Oh.
I'm just watching Vanilla on the on Misa's stream. She's abandoned us.
No,
oh, really?
He shouted me.
You were summoned by the master.
But When we come off air, I'll tell you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. And hello, Ghosty. My #1 fanboy. That's who.
Oh, hello.
Like, he's the one that's he's the one that's pushing the ship between me and Manic the most.
Oh, you're making babies?
He's trying to make us have babies, but it ain't working.
Yes. Dad, she likes bondage.
Who does?
You think I do?
You kept saying bond. Well, she said bonding, but it sounded like bondage. I didn't really hear.
Bonding.
Was that like glue? Like glue?
No. Do you know the?
Spanking with whips and chains and everything.
She wishes. She's writing it down. This is her fan fiction between me and Miss Nisa.
Oh. Yes, them too. She does like to be tied up. That's why she keeps.
Now this is interesting. You keep talking. Yeah, this is. I like where this is going.
We need to get Manic in here. I could get on it. We need to get Manic in here.
No, we don't.
Yes, we
Leave
do.
alone. No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't. He's had a hard 2 days of working his ass off. He doesn't.
What have you been doing to know all this kind of gossip?
I speak to him on Skype.
Oh, we're doing the exchanging of emails. Oh. Next, it's going to be postcode.
No, it's not. No, it's
Okay.
not. No, it's not.
Got your postcode.
No. And you're not having it, Vanilla.
I am. I am.
No, you're not.
I will.
No.
Yes.
Well, them too. That is my second dream job, to be a housewife. So.
Oh, come and take over for me. I've had enough. Jesus Christ.
I don't want to be married to Bear.
Don't need to be married. It's just a bit of paper.
You think?
Yeah. Ball and chain fell off ages ago.
That's interesting because before my wife and I got married, I would like tell her that we were married, and I knew it. I don't know. It's like I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, Vanilla, I think I will have enough of Bear if we do have that trip to Blackpool.
No, it's like a bouncing ferret. He loves the sea. Once a seaman, always a seaman.
So, I mean, if you want to take me to that trip to Blackpool, I will have enough of Bear by the end of the day.
No, you won't. The kids will find it, yeah. Today. It'll be your name non-stop, especially from Alfie. And he'll be tapping you. Because he'll tap me and go, Mom, I can hear you, Alfie, and I can feel you. What do you want?
There she is.
Huh?
Uzi Q is my wife.
Hi,
Oh.
Mom. Your mum now. Hi.
I gave her that nickname after the machine gun, the Uzi machine gun. Yeah. It fits. She's a ginger.
Alice frozen over. Oh, how? My cat's actually named after a missile.
Oh, yeah.
Sunbird.
Oh.
Songbird missile?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Alex was on a missile destroyer, wasn't he?
Type 42. The Gloucester.
The Fighting G.
Yes.
Yes. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful ship. Beautiful
That
boat.
was funny because, like, when he blah, 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 he got a yacht basically that was full of coke. And, yeah, and they went to Cape Verde. And I was in bed. I thought, right, I've not heard from him for a couple of days. I got in a bit of a bitch. I was like, oh, I don't want to talk to me as you do. Right, as you do. And I thought, oh, I'll go on
I'm running on
the news. And it, because I was reading it on my phone, it come up with HMS Gloss. And I'm like, why do I know that name? And I'm scratching my head at this point. I'm like, why do I know that name?
You're
So
talking
I
about
clicked on it. And it said about, you know, them getting this shit while he pulled me up. And I guess what I did make when I said about it. Pop that bubble. But that was funny.
Looks like Misa's stream just ended.
Yep. I'm going to see what Neon Fiona did.
Yes. Oh, and if you hear noise, it's not me.
No, it's Bear and his big ass.
Don't you say that swear word. My proper name, proper name. I can't say what the news is.
Yet.
Yeah. I've got to keep it. Shh. Bear wants a baby and he's not having one. Oh. He wants his princess. Can you hear it?
Just a bit.
Oh, they can hear you farting. The toilet's above my head where I'm sat.
Well, if we hear the house starting to rumble, we know why.
The house is rocking. Don't bother knocking. Yeah, I just told I invited some of the 10 people from the that are still left over from Misa's deal. Tell them to come by here, hang out if they want to. Who did a damn thumbs down, man? Who?
I don't know. This is the second one I've got a thumbs down on.
Butthole.
And that's
Probably me. It's probably because of me. They don't like me.
They do like you.
Don't know why.
I'm not going to say it, but I'll say Purdy.
If it's about me,
My dad, not your dad.
I read prostate.
Yes.
Where's Dad?
I don't know.
the one and only.
One number.
Yeah, they say God broke the mold after he made me, and everybody says, thank God.
You got a pretty mouth.
Don't pat my head.
Well done.
Patronise it.
Well done.
Don't do well done.
Well done for what?
Pat
What
my
we missed
head.
out on?
I don't like
Well
it.
done.
Don't you
Good live stream.
go away, man.
Dislike the live stream.
I'll kick your
I'm going to
ass.
go dislike your live stream.
You do, and you'd be sleeping in your car.
Naughty Bear.
That's just mean, man. That's just mean.
Naughty Bear.
Remember when you said to me, these starts, you'll have a go at him. There you go, here's your chance. You'll kick his ass.
Do-do-do.
Gay bodily functions.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't know how to.
Yeah, the wife made Mexican food last night, and I made some really hot salsa.
Sounds
Really hot. It was bad hot.
Oh,
I love hot.
Fiery bum.
Have you ever heard of
Fiery muddy eye. Having a curry.
You ever heard of habanero peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like
They
pumpkin.
like the really, really hot peppers.
God, yes. It's the oil on them, man. You can touch one and put it on your lip or your tongue, and I swear to God, your mouth will burn for an hour at least.
Is that the green one or the orange one?
It's the
Or
orange
other
one.
The small like tomato size one.
It's not as big. No, it's not that big. It's about, I don't know, about the size of a ping pong ball, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Looks like
Like the small cherry tomatoes.
yeah, it kind of looks like a pumpkin, like a little small pumpkin.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I know they've done it on one of the reality shows. They had them eating them.
Yeah, the key to those is you slice them thin, and you only put a little bit in. You know, like you put 2 or 3 little really thin slices in a bowl of chili or a pot of chili, and it'll make the chili really hot, but it'll be really good too because you can taste the flavor. It's got a good, unique little flavor to it if you can, if you can eke it out. But I mean, if you eat a whole one, man, it'll kill you won't be able to taste it. It'll be just so hot, it fucks your mouth up. It will, man. And the dude's talking about ghost peppers, and I have not had a ghost pepper yet.
You don't want a ghost pepper. Believe me.
They say they're so hot they make you literally feel like you've died and become a ghost.
Yes. Yes.
I've got 2 dislikes now. I am going to kick Bear's ass if he's done that.
He's one of them because he said he was going to do that.
Yeah.
So
ghost peppers are not nice.
Alex is on the prowl.
Yeah. He thinks I'm going to make him a fag and tea tomorrow. Nah, make it himself.
Yeah, ghost peppers. I've had one. Oh.
I'm really boring. If I have to be in the mood for hot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, not really. Not at the moment with me only me eating microwavable curries and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, this is why you need to come up, baby. You can have a Sunday roast. You'll enjoy my Sunday roast.
You don't know how glad I was when I was allowed to have a home cooked meal round at my parents' for my brother's birthday.
Oh.
Even if it was just some beans, a random chicken Kiev, and some mashed potatoes, it was glorious.
Oh.
Yeah, just have a home cooked meal. It's glorious.
Yeah.
I bet.
But I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner in November. So my cousin doesn't get homesick. So, yeah, that'll be quite good.
So who celebrates it?
My cousin does.
Okay.
But because she's over here when it's Thanksgiving, I said that I'll do it. So.
Is she the one from Tennessee?
Yeah.
All right, cool. When is she coming over?
Today.
She's there now?
She's on her way. She's flying.
Oh, wow. So you're going to go pick her up and stuff from the airport?
She's going to London.
Okay.
And then once she's settled and got her, because she's doing a trimester over here, once she's got all that sorted, then she's coming up.
Oh, okay. So she'll be doing a little school and then come over there for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, she's coming up, not this weekend, next weekend.
Nifty.
So, going to have a good English barbecue and make it rain.
See, usually girls from the South in the United States are the prettiest. And that's the truth.
You're being biased.
Well, no. See, we have something here that we call, there's two kinds of pretty. There's just pretty, and then there's what we call Yankee pretty. And Yankee pretty is like a girl from up north. They're not quite up to snuff, you know. A Yankee pretty girl is like a medium girl here. See what I'm saying?
Sort of. I sort of get it.
So basically, because I'm from the north, I'm ugly as sin.
No,
Yes.
that doesn't apply. That doesn't apply to the island now. I'm talking about the United States. I'm talking about the continental United States, and it changes at the Canadian national line too, because especially French Canadian girls can be gorgeous. Like what's her name? What's that girl's name? The roaming millennial. She is very pretty. Yeah. So, and she lives north of the United States. So French Canadians are they do their own thing. I see. And to the west of where I live is a place called Louisiana, and that has a lot of French girls too.
Oh, now I'm being hounded by Sinatra.
Oh dear, what's he saying?
He's like, hey, yes.
Does he want to come in?
No, he's not coming in. It's his fault I fell over. Trying to drink and cheer my friend up, and he's constantly messaging. Go away.
Where is he?
Oh, he's found me on Facebook. He's messaging me on Facebook.
Oh.
I don't think, I don't think Sinatra likes me.
He does.
He doesn't. I don't think he does.
He does.
Very doubtful. Not that I mind.
Yeah.
We have been on for nearly 2 hours now.
Yes. Ow. Ow.
And we have moved far away from Game of Thrones.
I know. Don't kill those into what? Politics, history, death.
The meaning of life and
Yes.
ghost chili peppers.
Yes.
And the Night King.
Yes.
And blue.
See, if you think about it, the Night King, it's Batman because you've got Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. So who? All right. So who on the Game of Thrones is most likely to be Batman?
Well, there's a few in there because you've got Daenerys that's had her parents have died,
Okay.
and you've got the
Well,
Starks.
She doesn't brood enough. Daenerys doesn't brood enough.
Then you've got the Starks. There's only like 3 of them left.
I would probably say out of the Stark kids.
Arya.
No.
She's kind of like Batman already.
She's got the moves, but I wouldn't say Batman. I would probably say more of probably Batgirl.
Yeah.
But
You know that actress? She's a
She's a dirty femi.
she's a what?
She's a feminist.
I don't care about that. I knew that she's a trained. I think she's a ballerina. She's trained in ballet. I know she's trained in dance.
yeah. So
Yeah, but those actors, man, the actors, they live in a dream world, you know. And so it's like I just can't take them seriously when they talk politics. It's just like, you know, because
it's why I laugh at like people like Katy Perry who talk about feminism. It's like You do not know the first saying of the common woman.
She's dumb as a fucking brick.
That too.
I mean, she is stupid. But see that, yeah, they live in a bubble, man, and
Yeah.
so it's just like the academia. It's like all the professors and shit in colleges now. You know, that academic bubble is it's a really safe place. And all your thoughts and ideas are just, you know, the sky's the limit. And you know, and there's no reality. You know, there's no paying taxes. There's no, you know, bills. You know, it's like, well, we can make a utopia and be socialist and all that shit. And it's like, well, the 500 times that people have tried to form socialist countries, they've only had to kill a gajillion people, and they still don't fucking work.
Mm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm on an anti-socialist kick. I fucking
Go for it.
I hate communists.
It's perfectly fine. But
Nazis too, assholes.
Oh dear.
but
Think
after the
Jehovah's Witness. No,
Oh, don't get me started. Sunday morning, what a pissing lying and they're knocking at your door. Come on. Oh, and they did try to green bear, and it's like, go away.
I hear you.
Oh, they woke me up. I was like, still, you know, come home from a night shift, and I was back in that night, and they woke me up, and I wasn't happy. They got told to get down the path, otherwise Satan will smite you by the time you get to the bottom of the road. Yes, I wasn't impressed with them. Oh, and preaching. Jesus Christ. If I wanted to be, you know, go to that side, I'll do it when I'm good and ready. Even my mother doesn't tell me what to do, and I'm certainly not going to be told by a Jehovah's Witness.
This is they're going to witness a murder if they don't fuck off.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
we put the devilish rock music on, and they like don't even come to the house because we put the windows open and play it full blast.
Christopher DeHart said, I got evicted for being anti-socialist. Well, fuck. That's crazy.
Oh.
That's stupidity at its finest.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, it's going that way, man. You know, it's like you're going to get reprimanded for your political thoughts. You know, thought police doing the thing, man.
It's like this with YouTube. They want you to be like a robot. Think like that. Fuck off. My mum didn't bring me up to be a robot. Give me my own mind. I'll speak it. And these losers can jog on.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, people, you know, employers saying, "Oh, you've been out of work too long." The next thing I'll be hearing is, "You don't have the right thought process."
Yeah, I'm a robot. I have to say yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full, sir. No.
Think about it. If you're talking to an artificial intelligence, then if it's truly intelligent, it's going to come to the conclusion that socialism and leftist, you know, thought policing is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if you can't have freedom of speech without freedom of thought.
Yeah, because you've got to have that thought to give them an answer, not a politician answer to go round in circles.
Exactly.
That's the point, isn't it?
Right. So the AI is going to have to figure out that, well, if, you know, if it's freedom of speech, then people can say anything they want. You know, but I don't think they're going to program it like that.
You know what it reminds? There's a film in there that makes, is it iRobot? That makes them think all the same, and they destroy them if they're not what they want them to be.
Right. They were gonna. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
The movie is really good. The story is not as good as the movie. I have the old books.
What was that other one? There was one that built a robot. Put all the skin. but they were in that like glass house in the middle of nowhere, and they were scientists.
Right.
And that was the thing. They tried to program her, but she was quite smart because she kept cutting the
It's called
electric.
Ex Machina. That movie.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
an
thought that was quite intelligent.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, that's what they say is that the point when the artificial intelligence lies, that's when we're fucked.
Yeah.
Right? When it fakes the results of the test to fool us.
See,
because it doesn't want us to know that it's as intelligent as it actually is.
yeah, it's like these with, when they have their statistics on certain things, it's like, hang on a minute, where have you got that from? Because that doesn't add up. Like on these political shows, you do like statistics for certain things. And you're like, where have you actually got your research from? Because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, people, and that's the thing with doing studies nowadays is that if your company pays enough money, you can find a group of scientists that'll gear the test where it'll give any kind of results that you want. It just depends on how you read the data. And if you watch any of Aiden Paladin's stuff,
yeah,
the video she did before the one that came out today kind of explains how to read statistics and the bell curve and all that kind of stuff. And it's really good. I recommend everybody listen to it because it's really, I don't know, it's helpful.
She's a good YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, she came by.
On the stream, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
Talks really fast.
I
couldn't even get a word in. I was like, I'll just sit here and be quiet.
Like she's on cocaine and coffee.
Yeah,
and
yeah, but it was quite interesting to listen, because like what line of job I'm in, it all seems to make sense. So that's actually quite helpful. I've been telling everyone at work, and they're like, "Oh, send it me so we can watch it." And I'm like, "Okay." So, and even they found it interesting as well. So I'm like, "Cool."
Yeah, did you see that? Somebody mentioned Black Mirror in the chat. Yeah,
I think I wanted to watch that, but didn't get around to watch it.
Oh my God, that is such good stuff. The new season, I just saw a tease for it, and it's like the Black Mirror is broken, and it's like in the shape of a pumpkin. So it's like it's hinting around Halloween time. 99% of people think Viper Sword is cute. Source myself.
Citation needed. Because it is very wrong.
Yeah. Girls are too hard on yourselves. It's really bad.
Many people say that to me. I don't think it is. I think I'm exactly right.
I used to be hard on myself, because of having psoriasis. And I was like, oh. But now I just don't care. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
And I was really brown in the winter because I had heat treatment. So I was lovely and warm and glowing. I loved it. Like, yeah. But the one thing I didn't like, and it's only a bit white, is my bum. And I put the wrong mix on and I sat down in work and I I got back up off that chair as quick as you could say go. I was burnt. And I've got my workmates laughing at me because I'm in the toilet putting moisturiser on my bottom, and if they could see steam coming from my backside, yeah.
Yeah, you would.
All the end was, oof, that's good. My phone was on fire.
I dare not comment.
Because it's, I think it's like radiation that they were using.
There's so much there.
One to comment on.
I think I'm going to end it there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I went to go for the other computer then. And it's on my laptop. I'm not even had a drink. Christ.
Episode.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
What about 1 a.m. where y'all are at?
Yeah.
Dead on. Dead on 1 a.m.
Yeah, last time I looked, it was midnight.
Well, you know, I was saying, like, we've been up for a while, Vanilla.
Yeah. All right. Oh, thank you, Viper, for coming on. And Dad, I went to state.
It's all right.
And go and sub to them.
I always love it.
Yeah. And see you all soon.
All right. Bye, youngins.
Bye.
Love y'all.